bound to upset Toyota's plans, but there he was, trying the rally. Championship leader Carlos Sainz. He had a less happy morning, the Subaru, with transmission problems. The 1991 winner obviously struggling to hold 7th place. Well, the other great Gallic hope, Francois Delacour, getting off to a real flyer. Fastest on the opening stage. The RAS Ford incidentally now equipped with 6-speed, not 7-speed boxes for this tarmac event. Delacour won here in 93, and you hear Catherine Francois, his new co-driver this year, as they're aiming for another French victory. He missed 94 after his road accident in a friend's Ferrari. Tommy Mäkinen, the Finn on his first Corsica rally debut, too, for the World Championship in this car, the new Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 3. New wings, 18-inch wheels, and a turbo anti-lag system, such as the others have. But predictably, his lack of local knowledge letting him down, only 12th after the opening skirmishes. But this is 4 times world champion Ewa Kankin on his 100th World Championship rally, focused as ever on the job. Mickey Grist in the hot seat alongside him. The Finn seems to be getting over some of his early season gremlins, although initially troubled by understeer. He doesn't like the Corsica, and he was still 5th fastest nonetheless on the opening morning. But other Subaru challenges coming from 94 RAC winner Colin McRae, not his kind of rally either. Too hot, he says, demanding battle for man and machine. Wasn't happy with the car's power early on, but nonetheless, still 4th. Derek Ringer in the hot seat. It was one of those energy-sapping days. Well, the real surprise of the opening day was performance of Belgium's Bruno Thierry. Sensational last year's RAC rally as the top Ford finisher. Now fastest on the opening 4 stages. Co-driver Stefan Privard helping him to a 10-second lead. Thierry is an accomplished tarmac specialist, consistent and hard work throughout the season, giving Ford real hopes of success. And with Delacour in 2nd place, it looks good. A lunchtime regroup on the first day at Porto Vecchio, one of the few moments of relaxation, and no one happier than the surprise leader of the rally, Bruno Thierry.
You know, it is the first time on my life to be in the leading. Yes, it is a crazy moment in the moment. I think it's difficult now to keep the pressure, but I try to do my best.
Well, the rally moves north in the afternoon into the real bandit country of Corsica, a stunning backdrop for the battle ahead. The second Mitsubishi in the hands of another tarmac specialist, Andrea Aghini. He was 3rd here last year, this time in the top 10. Well, a man having an average day in his own words, Germany's Armin Schwarz in the Toyota. As other drivers, he was worried about tyre choices and making tyres last for 2 stages with restricted service, tyre and fuel stops. Italy's Piero Liatti in the Subaru among the front runners too, a typically Italian approach to the hairpins of Corsica. Reigning French national champion Patrick Bernardini was born in Corsica, so he's well acquainted with the island stages. He's in the 3rd of the factory-supported RAS Fords. 3rd works escort holding a top 10 place, losing Catherine Francois to Delacour. He's now driving with Jean-Marc Andrier. And no French rally, of course, to be complete without a little problem. Here's Isolde Holderried and Tina Turner, 92 ladies champions, involved in a Gallic dust-up over their start time. It ends amicably enough with the Mitsubishi off in pursuit of the Group N and Ladies Championships. Well, afternoon service halt and a hot and bothered Carlos Sainz. The championship leader still not happy with his Subaru suspension. There's only 3 official service and 3 refueling stops on this day. The solution, a quick change. Luckily, it comes at one of the work points, and the Spaniard frets about a disappointing day. For RAS Sport Ford, no such problems. A routine tyre change. Thierry still not quite able to believe his luck. Carlos Sainz and Luis Moya finally take the Subaru back out on the road, and as the afternoon draws to a close, the Spanish crew are lying 5th. but it hadn't been a vintage Sainz performance. Well, that's not a recommended vantage point, but at least one Corsican could appreciate Aghini's style in the Mitsubishi. Very much at home on the island tarmac, in fourth, despite writing off his rally car 2 days before the event. This is the spare, rebuilt by Andrew Cowan's Mitsubishi crew at Rally Art in Rugby in just 21 hours. Well, there's much French backslapping on the performance of Oriol, even with a new co-driver, Jourdaix, the reigning world champion, nicely positioned in third, eyes on that sixth Corsican win. And here's another happy Frenchman, Francois Delacour, second, driving always brilliantly. But still no one could catch Bruno Thierry, the 29-year-old Belgian. A few problems, like a fuel leak, but still fastest on 5 of the day's 8 stages. It's an outstanding performance that left him thrilled, but still a little surprised.
Yes, I'm very happy to be in the lead now in Bastia after the first leg. And now the big problem is tomorrow to start to be the first on the roads. For me, it's again something new, and we see.
As the sun goes down over Corsica, this is how the first day leaderboard looks. Thierry with a 6-second lead after 5 stage wins, Delacour second with 2 stage wins, then Oriol 1 win, Aghini 1 win, and then the 3 Subarus. Well, the second leg from Bastia to Calvi, 6 new stages across the north of the island. Cap Corse, not used since the 1970s, and causing massive traffic jams on the only road in this part of Corsica. Bruno Thierry starts day 2 where he left off. His forward is a full 10 seconds faster than his rivals in the opening stages. The Belgian really getting down to it. Second place forward of Delacour has a tough job holding off the challenge of Oriol, who's coming up fast behind him.
50 mètres, échappons long. 75 mètres, droite 115, dans gauche 95 long. Droite 115, dans gauche 95 long.
And the third of the works forwards, that of Patrick Bernardini, completing a happy picture for the blue oval. Some hair-raising cornering by the Corsican takes him into 8th place. But the king of the Corsican roads was ready and waiting. Oriol driving hard in 3rd position, desperate to get that 6th win. Well, the second Toyota of Kankanen heading for trouble. Steering problems the first day, now about to worsen on day 2. By the time the Finn reached his first service halt, drastic action was called for. Mechanics threw themselves literally into the car. A new steering rack had to be fitted to the sleeker, but it took 20 seconds too long, and that cost him a full minute in penalty. Ice cool by nature, he was now close to boiling point. Wasn't a good morning for Toyota. Armin Schwarz got himself stranded on the mountain. His rally ended with no alternator and no service allowed.
We had a problem on the road section after the first stage this morning. We lost something on the alternator and on the road section, and then we didn't get the power anymore. And we ran out of electricity, and we stopped on the road section, couldn't repair it.
Well, the Pro Drive Subaru Challenge continued to be steady, if unspectacular. Carlos Sainz fighting hard to stay in contention. His co-driver never lost for words. Clears Piero Liatti, also challenging for honours. He sets fastest time on stage 12, over 31 kilometres. Blink and you'd miss.
We're trying new things all the time. We're beginning to learn a little bit, trying to work out where they're quicker and why we're not so quick in some places. And we're changing some things on Carlos's car now. And I noticed they're changing a couple of bits on Collins. So still, as you say, it's halfway through. Let's see what happens.
That was halfway stage of the rally. Colin McRae doing his bit too to help the Subaru cause. Points on board, his priority. The Scot had a leaking brake system, but still held on to 7th place. Agini's Mitsubishi couldn't quite build on an excellent first day. Suspension problems dropped him 2 places, from 4th to 6th as we go in car.
Destra 3 meno meno, attenzione. Sinistra 3, per destra 3 meno meno, sporca, attenzione.
Well, for 94,000 Lakes winner Tommy Mackinnon, the only way is up. His new look car moves into the top 10, a steep learning curve for the Finn, who's happier in snow and ice rather than on dry tarmac. But now starting to enjoy his first Corsican rally.
It's getting better slowly and slowly. Today has been very much better than yesterday because I have some kind of idea how I should to drive here, and it's been easier.
Well, rallying is all about teamwork, whether it's rally leader Bruno Thierry and co-driver Stefan Prévost, or 4 times world champion Juha Kankkunen and his new partner.
On our first run through a stage, Juha dictates the notes to me. I take it down in my own shorthand, and then every other time from there on I just read back to him. And we just make any alterations that are needed.
50, very long K right, opens to long medium right. 40, long bad left.
For sure, if you get car sick, I mean, there's no way you can be a co-driver, that's sure. The temperature in the car, the braking to and froing, but I mean, your concentration has to be on the notes, because one missed call or one misheard call, and it could be all over.
And long medium left. And very long fast right to crest.
I have a lot of trust in each other. I mean, I trust him a lot, obviously, because he's driving, and also he's trusting me because what I'm telling him is what he's driving.
You can turn a hairpin right, tight.
Well, the Mediterranean sunshine brings out the crowds, some looking for shade, but mostly just hot-blooded. Back with motors on the Rally of Corsica in Group N. Rui Madeira of Portugal still the man to beat after winning in his home country's rally. He's still flying the Mitsubishi flag to good effect. But all eyes are on the Renault Clios, again dominating Formula 2. Philippe Bogalski and Jean Ragnotti. Bogalski still reeling from the death of his co-driver Thierry Renard on the Grasse Alpine Rally opening round of the French. But their pace and road holding absolutely perfect for the island's smooth tarmac stages. The French delighted. Meanwhile, Piero Liatti enjoying green and pleasant stages. His Subaru moving into the top 5 as the day progresses. Carlos Sainz, 4th in his flat-out Subaru. Certainly no lack of effort. But for the locals, the French tricolour on top of the Toyota Celica of Didier Auriol, the most reassuring sight for the locals. Gaining on Delacour and still going hard. But Auriol felt he had little chance of catching Thierry. Delacour in 2nd spot, suffering gearbox problems. It lost him time as excitement on the rally gathered momentum.
75 mètres gauche, 110 pas corde à fond.
The fairy story, though, continues for Thierry as he headed for his maiden victory, another outstanding day's driving. The Ford driver extending his lead, turning out to be the rally of his dreams, a Belgian never having won a World Championship event.
Bruno, congratulations, still ahead of the game.
Yes, the problem is we have to check the times from Didier Auriol because he pushed very hard behind me, but now we was 3 seconds faster than him now in the last one, and it's good for the confidence for tomorrow.
As the cars cooled down, this is how the leaderboard looked at the end of the second day. 3 more stage wins for Thierry, now with 35 seconds over Delacour, 1 stage win, and 2 stage wins for Auriol, only 2 seconds behind.